Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Fairway Disc Golf. My name is Jerry. I will be throwing around. This channel was formerly known as Henry Disc Golf. Still going to continue possibly using that. But here we are at the Red Fox course in Burlington, Wisconsin. Here we are on hole 1. Hole 1 is a 129-foot par 3. I threw my shot a little bit past the basket here, trying to give it a little bit of an ace run. This is the results of my drive. Boom! Feeling pumped about hitting that first putt of the round. Definitely a good one to get. Moving on to hole number 2. Hole number 2 is a 276-foot par 3. It's just like a slight hyzer shot up the hill, just around the pine tree in the middle there, and you want to avoid the branches of the other tree off to the right. I throw a pretty decent shot there, just wind up having it leak a little bit left, throwing a Proton Matrix on that throw. Here is the results of that Matrix shot. I'm going to go ahead and set my mini down. And then I decide to walk this one off. I tend to putt a little bit better at these longer putts if I know about what my distance is. And it's also a pretty decent pro tip if you are curious about how far you are out and you don't have a rangefinder or anything like that like me. Go ahead and step it off. I average my feet at about 2.5 feet per step. So then that way it gives me an accurate measurement. That was a pretty good run. Just left it a little bit to the outside. Should have here a nice easy tap in. I think this one's like 6 or 7 feet from the basket. Nice easy tap in. Moving on to hole number 3. I don't think this distance is accurate, but it's a 308-foot par 3. It actually may be accurate. It is quite a bit downhill, so in reality it probably only plays about 250. I believe I was throwing a sidearm there with my Champion Eagle. Just had it wind up leaking out a little bit further left than what I wanted. I definitely wanted to penetrate it more forward in the shot, but it's definitely better than being in the bushes, which I have been in a previous video. This here is a putt that is well outside the circle. I'd probably say like 45, 50 feet out. I tried to give it a little bit of a jump putt run, but it was a really good layup for a nice easy tap in par. We are going to go ahead and move on to hole number 4. Hole number 4 here is a 228-foot par 3. This one is throwing back up the hill we just came down, so it does play a little bit further. I'm just throwing a Blue Star AVR putt and approach. Put it on a little bit of Annie, get it up the hill. This is the results of that. I definitely put myself outside the circle again. I believe this is about a 35-footer. So just outside the circle, we're going to give it a bid. That was a decent run at it. Just went a little bit past the basket. Here are the results. I definitely don't mind running this putt, but being in these bushes at times, depending on where you are in the bushes, can definitely be a tough putt. So definitely don't want to try to be too long there, but that one was wide open. Here we are on hole number 5. This is a 206-foot par 3. I'm throwing a Lux Vapor Logic there. Cosmic Fury, Kyle Klein Logic. Just throw it a little bit past the basket. Nice easy tap in for the birdie. Moving on to hole number 6. This is a 238-foot par 3. Throwing the same disc. I'll actually be throwing it for the next couple of holes. Feel pretty comfortable with it, but that one I can see in my form there that I just kind of turned my body over a little bit, which then made me throw that one on a little bit of anhyzer. With an outside the circle look again, I believe this one's probably in that anywhere from 35 to 45-foot range. This was definitely a bit of a long putt. Throw it up there, good height. Oh, and it just bounces out. Definitely a good run. Just had to sit there and smile at myself. I had already played a league round this morning at the Gray Fox course, so I definitely seen plenty of those looks throughout the day. Here is hole number 7, a 192-foot par 3. I again am throwing that Lux Vapor Logic, and it just floats out left on me. Definitely leaves me with a little bit of a tough look at a putt here. It is inside the circle are those bushes, but I'm having to straddle and push underneath some branches here for the putt. As you can see, my putt is a very nose down putt and definitely goes into the basket that way. So up and down motion with a straddle putt tends to work a little bit better in my favor at times. So here we are on hole number 8. This is a 240-foot par 3. Again, throwing that same disc. I'm not too sure why I stopped there. Either something in my footing wasn't quite correct, or something in the way the disc was in my hand didn't feel right. So I stopped and readjusted my throw, and unfortunately, again, just put it on a little bit too much hyzer. Leaked quite a bit left, but we're definitely looking at a putt here. I believe this one is just inside the circle, so I would probably say this is about a 30-foot putt. Again, been leaving my putts pretty long today. That one's up high and in the bucket. I was super pumped about that one to get my 4th birdie of the round to go down 4 on this little 9-hole course. We're going to move on to hole number 9. Hole number 9 is a 225-foot par 3. I had to walk through quite a bit of mud to get over to this tee pad, so that's why I did that little jump there, trying to see if I can knock some of the mud off of my feet. We are throwing a Jawbreaker Zone, trying to just go out and around the trees, kind of clip a couple branches, but do come up just a little bit short of those bushes. If that was the summertime, that would definitely be a lot harder with those bushes being filled out. But there's the results of my throw there. Looking at a slight Annie putt around with a straddle around those bushes that are in front of me. Definitely pushed the backside a little bit more than I wanted to. There is the results of that putt. Nice, easy tap in for 3. Once again, thank you guys so much for hopping on Off the Fairway Disc Golf channel. I definitely am super stoked that you are here. Have a good one. Make it good for somebody else.